Wally Long. Lose the chains. Lose the chains, Wally Long.
Wow, that guy is so cool. Contest master, fellow Toastmasters and guests, I was 14 years old listening to a motivational speaker at a school I attended. As I listened to that speaker, a fire ignited deep in my soul. A dream was born. I wanted to be just like him. I wanted to do what he did with his words. But no sooner was that dream born than I said to myself, but I can't do that. I'm too shy. But I can't do that. I stutter too much. And with my excuses, I bound my dream in chains of doubt and fear. That fire was put out to where it was only a glowing ember left. Years later, I graduated from high school. I went on to college. I took a public speaking class, hoping to rebuild that dream and maybe reignite that fire. I gave my first 3 speeches. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being outstanding and 1 being not so good, I was somewhere right about here at -5. It was terrible. Finally, my instructor called me into his office and said, "Wally, what are you doing here?" I learned to be a speaker, sir, but I can't. Well, that's the problem, Wally. You can't. At least you believe you can't. You see, I believe you can. I know you can. You have a message to share, and you have it within you the ability to share that message. But until you believe that, you'll never become what it is you want to be. Throughout the rest of that semester, that professor began to work with me and help me to once again believe in my dream. He helped me to believe in my message, and he helped me to believe in myself. And as I learned to believe, those chains fell off. I left them where they were, and I would never pick up those chains of doubt and fear again. I carried that newfound confidence with me into the summer of 1979. I was a camp counselor at a summer camp for children. The very first day of camp, I met the most beautiful woman I have ever met in my life. She was drop dead gorgeous. A dream or a fire was ignited deep in my soul. It was the fire of love. A dream was born. I wanted her to be mine. And no sooner had that dream been born than I said to myself, but I can't win her. She would never have eyes for somebody like me. No, you can't say that. You left those chains of doubt and fear on the ground. You walked by. You need to leave them there and pursue your dream. So I did. We met the next day and began talking. And we actually hit it off. We became very good friends. The very first Friday night, we went out on a date. And every Friday night, all summer long, we went out. Now, halfway through the summer, that fire that had started in me was now a raging inferno. The dream had grown so big that there was not a shadow of doubt in my mind that she would one day be my wife. So in very direct fashion, I walked up to her one night. I took her hand in mine. I looked into those beautiful brown eyes. I said, "Sylvia, I want you to know that one day you will be my wife." And she laughed at me. Can you believe that? She laughed at me about that. But I was not going to be bound by chains of doubt and fear, and I certainly wasn't going to let her skepticism prevent me from pursuing my dream. So I continued working my romantic magic all summer long, until I almost had her convinced I was telling the truth. Camp was over. She went home to be with her family. I stayed in town working, saving money for college. I'd saved about $100. Then on the phone one night, I was talking to Sylvia, and I found out that her mother was having a difficult time financially. She couldn't afford clothing and supplies for her other kids going to school. When the phone call was over, I knew in my heart that she needed that money more than I did. So I took all of everything I'd saved, $100, put it in an envelope with an anonymous note and sent it off to Mrs. Hill. Unbeknownst to me, Sylvia saw the note. She recognized the handwriting. And she realized at that moment, that very moment, that if I cared so much for her family, that I would give everything I had, that I had to be the right man for her. So I bought my wife for $100. And it was by far the best $100 I've ever spent in my life. In fact, the very next summer, in July of 1980, my dream became a reality, and Sylvia and I were married. We all have dreams. I encourage you to pursue your dreams with everything you have. Don't let anything stop you from going after your dream. You may not achieve everything you dream, but I can assure you that the journey is well worth the effort. And who knows, you may end up with something far greater than you ever dreamed. Don't let your dreams become the charred remains of a cold, dead campfire. Don't let your dreams be bound by chains of doubt and fear. Believe in your dreams and keep that fire stoked. Believe in yourself. And in that belief, lose these chains. Mr. Contest Master.